Hello everyone, Kenty Tiger here with Bengali Engineering and Play. We are back in Space Engineers and we're continuing on in the construction of the build and repair system Shipyard, basically. So I apologize for just chopping off on the other one. I ended up with a phone call and I needed to take that, so that dragged me away from the game. So I apologize for that, but we're gonna pretty much pick up right where we left off. So what I was doing here was getting redesigning this particular go around. So what I have to do is go from that point there into this up here. So how we're going to do that is we're going to put a conveyor on here, and then I'm going to join that in there, and then I think we're going to actually figure out how to do this. Might actually so I could actually just break in so alright, we gotta fix some structure here. So that one, okay, that one is already done. Actually, I need to take that one out, and then this one becomes that. Alright. Oops. That was wrong. Alright, so back on to number 3. Okay, that's conveyor tube. And as much as I chopped a great big huge hole in this thing. While it's not armor, it's a little stronger than conveyors. Alright, conveyor tube, there we go. Alright, so we have effectively gone around this thing, which I think is okay. Alright, not ideal, but it works. Which stops right there. So we will change this one out with, yeah, and then we'll come out to the end and in. Alright, so that connects the ends of everything. Okay, and now what's left is to back over onto that page, and we are doing the speed modules. So, speed module, we are going to do, let me get under here, put speed module there. First set. Next set. Oops. Uh-oh. All right. Bottom one. Is and spin the other way, and then over here, oops, bang. Okay, so that should be all 4 of those all the way around the whole set, and then yeah, it looks like it's all good. Okay, and that should have been all 4 sets of assemblers. Yep. Alright, we definitely had a problem there. I don't know why we had a problem there. Alright, so that's connected in. That's connected in, but I have no idea what happened to that assembly there. Alright. So those 2 stacked, as in these 2 refineries, stacked just fine. These 2 did not. And I don't know why. Alright, refinery, I'm going to turn off. That one, and that one. So that connected fine. And that connected. Alright, and then it went live. So I have to figure out what happened over here and see if the same thing happened here, which it did, and I don't know why. This one's way off. This one's fucked up. Wow. Okay, so I'm really confused as to how and why this thing did what it did, because this is fine. The reactors went in fine. The assemblers went in fine. Mirroring. Darn it. Refineries do not mirror correctly because they're an uneven number of blocks. Or sorry, because they're an even number of blocks. So it was a mirroring issue. Oops. Forgot about that. Alright. So, 4. Speed module. Speed module, speed module, speed module. Then. Connected in, and then connect, and green, green. All right. So 8, speed module number 4. So that one and that one. They look correct. 1. Okay. There and there. So that one is connected in green. And green and green. All right. Okay, so the next question is 8 refineries enough? I really don't know. I suppose if you're doing a lot of mining, then maybe not. So do we want to do 16 refineries and then... So that would be about the same length as these here. I don't see why not. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Alright, so that goes there. We will turn mirroring back on for these things. Yield module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So theoretically, all of those got placed correctly. Yep. All right. All right, so for refinery here, we turn off mirroring. We have to rotate that around. That one and that one. We should be able to plumb everything up using mirroring. That shouldn't be an issue. There's 1 and 2. Make sure we got our ports on the correct side. All yield modules. Then we can turn back on so what I think I'm going to do is actually swap that out, and then we do that and that. Which connects everything in quite nicely. Alright, so we go to the other end and see if that mirrored correctly. That one did. That one did, all green. Alright, so the question is, what do we want to do down here at this end? Do we use this for, like, miners? What do we do at this end? Or do we just leave it for now? So, we have 4 arrays of 9 assemblers. We have 16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 16 refineries. We have 24, 6, 12, yep, 24 large cargo containers and 4 large reactors. So we have, at 100 megawatts each, we have plenty of reactors, I think. Alright, so one of the things that Gonna have some fun. So, so that one's gonna get swapped out with a junction, and that one swapped out with a junction. Connect, that should turn green. Yes, it did. Huh. I didn't get rid of those. I thought I did, but I didn't. Down at the bottom too. Alright, well. Alright, and then down to the bottom to do the same thing here. Alright, then I need to, I guess, check these bottom ones and see, do I... Oh. Alright. Well, I guess better to find now than later. The last thing I want to have is to get this thing put up on the workshop and have it fail because of the fact that I missed it. Should be all of them. Yep. All right. So the one thing that we are really rather lacking is batteries. So what I was thinking is maybe I will fill these various gaps with batteries. I still have batteries on here. I need a medical. I've done the spotlights. So, gee. Battery. Go there. Done with that, I'm done with that, I'm done with all of those. Alright, so batteries. All right. Eight, nine. I guess this could be called battery distribution, huh? Alright, so there's batteries upper. That's a boatload of batteries. Guess we'll do the same thing down here. Otherwise, kind of unused space. Right. The other thing I kind of have to decide is, do I really want those walkways like that? And the other side of the things is, should I put the walkways laterally as well? Alright, so let us change how we did things here. So 7.2 is this thing here. I'm going to alter this a little bit. So catwalks. So the real question is, you know, do we really need catwalks around all this? I mean, are we really so safety conscious? It's extra triangles. I'm not seeing any performance hits at this point. But I haven't turned on these 160 monsters either. Well, given the hole in here, if engineers could actually fall and break their legs, then that would be something. So maybe I do kind of like that whole, you know, industrial style. So maybe we will go ahead and remove all the plates. Gone now, it's just the ends. Catwalks across the outside, maybe. That's not too bad. keep that whole center as kind of this industrial zone kind of thing. Alright, let's do that. So, to right there. All right. Steel catwalk plate. 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 I guess the question is, do we want to go all the way across on this side? And I don't think so. I think I'm just going to leave it right like that. As people will go where people will go. Okay. So, we have storage, we have refining, we have assembly. So that would leave oxygen and hydrogen. The question is, do we want to do oxygen, hydrogen, large scale on this platform? I think no. The reason I think no is because of the way things work. That's to say, there isn't really a mechanism in place for this to work. Alright, let me rethink this end, and here's why. I'm going to go ahead and put hydrogen tanks. I'm going to do 8 hydrogen tanks, so 2 at each end, and then fill up some spaces with oxygen tanks. So I've got this space running all the way down the center here. So I think I'm going to put oxygen tanks down there. So 8. G tank. Okay, so we have an oxygen tank and a hydrogen tank, and ultimately we need an oxygen generator. There it is. Now, one of the things that I think I would like to do is oxygen generators. And the reason for that is because if I hook up a ship or something to this station, then having a bunch of oxygen generators would actually allow the ship to fill up its tanks much, much quicker, which may be advantageous, because it's about generation. It's not about storage, it's about generation. So, Alright. So, here's the problem. Break that, break that. A hydrogen tank So a hydrogen tank is going to sit there, is a 3x3 device turned sideways. So if I put the hydrogen tank in here, that's upside down, so we'll put it that way. And then we put a second one right there. Oh, darn. There. Then we have it connected there and connected there. And then this is actually connected via that. Alright. So we have 2 hydrogen tanks on each end of each side. Now let's get our oxygen tanks. Alright, we're actually going to back that one off just a tad bit because I want to connect. So we're actually going to change how this assembly is put in. So we're actually going to do that. And that. Of course not. Why would it go on there the right way? Alright. Which will connect the oxygen tanks in. And then we'll put a nice long string of not those. Probably more oxygen tanks than we would ever need. So, do we connect them here, or do we connect them there? Or do we connect them there? I kind of think here. Alright, if all went well, then we have identical stuff on this side. All green. Alright. Alright. Okay. Not a bad thing. Gonna do a little cheating here. Put an elsewhere container. Here's an elsewhere container. Okay. Inventory. Insert uranium ingot. Ingot. 10 million. Inventory, insert, ice, 20 million. Okay, why did I pick those numbers? Because what I want to have happen, and I see it happened on this side, was both the reactors lit off. The reason why I want the reactors to light off, okay, nobody. Alright, change everything to me. Assemblers 1. So let's go ahead and do assemblers. EMBLERS. Cooperative mode. Alright, factory queuing. Off and off. Batteries. We have a bazillion batteries now. It is going to take, it's going to take a long time for us to charge all of those. So what we need is sufficient power to do that. So batteries save off on the toolbar, off on the terminal. That's going to take a little while. Flip. Hydrogen tanks. So this is hydrogen tank 1. Why do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4. So this is 5. This is 6, 7, 8. Tanks. Hydrogen. Off, off, off. Large carbon. Oh, darn, I didn't want to do that, but oh well. Do we have 24? Yes, we do. Okay. Containers. Save. We do not need those on the toolbar, and we do not need those on the terminal. Large reactors. I have 8 large reactors, and it is showing 8. So, reactors. Save. Off on the toolbar, off on the terminal. Oxygen tanks. So I have 8. So I should have 32 in total, which I do. Oxygen tanks. Tanks. Oxygen. Oxygent. Oxygen. Toolbar, inventory, terminal. Refinery. 1. So I should have 24 refineries. We have 1, 2, 16 refineries total. Seven, 8, 9, 9. Okay, and so we should say speed module and then yield modules. These are called upgrade modules. Not a lot of mystery there, huh? Off and off. Alright, refineries. We're now showing 1 through 16, I hope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Refineries. E-R-I-E-S. Refineries. Off and off. Alright, and I messed up. I did not want to put that many empty containers there, but that's actually fine. Here's what we're going to do though. So this will be fun. 4, 2. So these are Kenti large reactors, which are gigawatts. Down to the 1, so there's 16 of those. Reactors K, save. As soon as I click over to me, these will grab uranium, theoretically. Huh. Inventory. Reactors. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are running and pulling in large reactors. So Kenti. Huh. That's a little strange. Mirrored. Why can I not pull? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to chalk that up to another space engineer's weird. That is really strange. Okay. Okay. So current output is 517 megawatts. Max output. Okay, so it really doesn't matter. So reactors K, I can actually turn off if I want to. So they, between the 6 of them that are online. Alright, so. so Space Engineers is not going to work how it's supposed to, then we'll make it work in other ways. Okay, so the other thing that I was considering doing is, so this here is the only section that does not have anything going through. So I don't know if that breaks up the symmetry or makes it worse. So the question is, should I go ahead and put these in or not? Let me do the one section here. So we can see how this looks. So I don't know if I like that or not. I think I'm going to leave them out. In fact, I think I'm going to take the batteries off as well, because I have enough, I think. Alright, that's what I'm going to do.
Reactors.
Yeah, I think that looks actually quite a bit better. Not so broken up. So I actually do not need those. does that look? Frail? Fragile? Doesn't look nearly as sturdy as that there, so maybe we'll leave those. Yeah, I think we'll leave those. Alright. Okay, so with those large scale reactors going, all we need now is our oxygen farm, our generator farm. How many is enough? That is a real question. Do we put another... If I put another 2 tanks, then I end up to that center area. But do we need more tanks? Or do we put another tank, 8, 2, there? I kind of like that. All connected in. All right. So we have more hydrogen tanks. So let's do me. Yes. Hydrogen tanks. Tanks hydrogen. Save. Off, off, off. But my numbers are off on that one, so hydrogen turn on. Okay. Tanks. Tanks. One turn on. Where did my other tanks go? Hmm. 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Better. All right. Then here's where it gets fun. Because I want I can't do that because then I can't stack. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so we have 40 oxygen generators because we have groups at each end. Question is, do we put 12 at each end? I kinda want to, just because. So 3, 1, that one. And then this becomes that, which that works, and then that, and that. All right, I'm guessing that, oh, never mind. Let me think through this. Ownership matters. Oxygen generator 1. Me, yes. Gas generators. Save. No, no. Alright. So those didn't have a problem. Oh. Oh, that's frustrating. Even Keen can't figure out how to reverse shit. Oh, that's upsetting. Alright, well. That is really, really irksome. All right. So, I'm going to put a medical bay at each end. I'm going to put it right there. really shouldn't have done that. I should have turned off. In fact, I think I'm going to turned off mirroring. Because I really want these to be symmetrical. Alright, so that one's okay. This one is going to be completely reversed, because these don't reverse either. So that goes there. Maybe we'll do the L thing. So this one is the one that is not in here correctly. If those things weren't full of ice, I would fix this. Oh my goodness, we're way over time. All right, so I got going and forgot about time. So we're going to sign off here because I don't want to waste any more of your time. I try and keep these about an hour long, and I totally blew that one, didn't I? So this is Kenty Tiger signing off, and we will see you next time.